Wait, what was I about to do? Oh, right, okay. Trying to think about what game has a good soundtrack. Actually, I'm just gonna wait. Oh no, what should I do? I should get in a queue first. Whoa. What? It's off the bat? What the fuck, man? I think I have to do that. Out of just like YouTube moment. Actually, what server am I in? Whatever, it's fine. Why did you do that? Why was what? That was like the first thing. Fuck. Okay, wait. Me. I'm not sure how loud this would be. But I'll just leave it there. Actually, I think it could be louder. Whatever. We ball. It's good, alright. Oh my gosh. Low key, I want this night to die. Just. But also, I don't know. I want to be hopeful, but I'm not. I'm just not hopeful. How to become better at O3s with melees? Don't panic. That's like the biggest thing. Because there's, okay, so in 03, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of times where you're not actually in that much danger. Like you'll think it's like, oh my god, like there's so much shit happening, but you're not actually like in danger. And one of the clearest examples I can give is like in Fleeing is Futile. Like that's a pretty scary phase for a lot of melees, but is so long as you're like fundamentally just looking at the shots correctly, you'll be fine. Hold on, let me see if I can find an example. Had an Akmer drop for you this morning. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. I have to like look around for a clip. Actually, for melees. I'm trying to think about where I could find a clip of 03. Is this? No, I'm on ranged here. Three Sea Dirks and Orion and Ogmer? What the fuck? Wait, what do you mean streak? Like recently? Like recently you've gotten all that. 'Cause that would be nuts. Jeez. Oh my god, wait. Do I not have my... Oh, I totally do, wait. Did I have Fling? This is like a really old one. You know, White Star being at 80. Yeah, like... Yeah, let me see. Is there a... Even now, I think you can even get damage in during this phase, like Furies. Like I've since I did the solo a really long time ago, I've been comfortable pushing in for damage on phases that most people don't push in on. Yeah, like, oh, this is a good one. This is a good example where, like, easiest catch. No, yeah, this is a replay. Funny thing, if you look at the stars right now, I have 90, right, and that's White Star. In this recording, 80 stars with White Star. This was before Summoner and Kensei. It's a good meme. But yeah, this is a phase that a lot of people don't push in on, at least like melees, because they're like afraid of getting weakened, and then it's like, oh, you know, like the damage output is like low. It's like, oh man, how do I? And it's like, it's definitely learnable. Like the whole phase is like a set pattern, except for the chase part. But it's like you can just learn the whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, look, I guarded, just like okay, crazy. But there's like what Fleeing is Futile. It's a bit easier to show, I guess, in like a like pre-exalted, but this is like I played so scared back then, but it's like you can still play close enough to get damage, and you can definitely play close enough to get damage without a Colo range, but yeah. It's just if you like want to get better at 03 with melees, it's like learn how phases behave, and then you can just kind of like play around it. But yeah. Into a bramble boat. What the fuck? What's the minimum level of gear you can comfortably solo, or you can comfortable solo? Oh. I'm not sure. I haven't. Well, the thing is, I haven't tried with less than wine cellar tops, but I'm sure I can do with far less than wine cellar tops. Mostly because, well, it's just, I don't know. There's no point to not doing it. It's like, unless I got like really bored, but it's just like play like consistently, I guess, is the it's the best thing. Because it's like, if you're consistent, it doesn't really matter what gear you use, but the minimum that I have soloed on is wine cellar tops. Does that mean I'm gonna do a T0? It's just T0 run? Absolutely not, but I could not be asked to do that. But yeah. Is the opening on the the opening is the opening is into the ocean. Let's go. Okay, I think there's another spawn. Well, this person's running for one. But there might be another spawn up here. Because I think this is the map where it's on a little peninsula up here. Yeah. Or no, there wasn't one up here. Why, Neck, are you looking to do a minimal gear run or solo? Though actually, now that I think about it, now it'd probably be a little bit more difficult because you don't have the reset damage. So I guess, oh, what was it? I think Fame Time was the guy's name who did, hold on, I should look this up, hold on. Yeah. So there's this guy, a while ago, who I think he privated a lot of his videos. There's this guy named Fame Time. He's really good at this game, and he decided to he decided to do a solo that used a T0 sword, like yeah, so he goes in and he's literally just on a T0 sword, and yeah, so it took him an hour to kill kill up to Mini, and he just kind of has to like deal with it and the whole way through. And then after that, it took him like what, 2.5 hours to kill Oryx himself. And he was just using a T0 sword. And I think this run had like 16 or like 20 something celestials. It's like, it's actually insane, but it's just like you just play consistently. It's like kind of crazy. But yeah, it's just like you just have to kind of like do what you can. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. Like there's like I'm one of like the only handful of people who have soloed Void, but I don't think I will want to try and do a petless one. Not that I think that I can't do it, but I just don't want to be bothered to do it. So it's just like, it's just, I just like, those people are just actually insane doing a petless. I think only like 3 people have done a petless Void. And I'm like generous with that estimation. It's just, It's a good meme. Gosh, I don't know. Solo 03s don't bring me any joy anymore. I've purposely done 11 solos and 15 solo completes. And I don't know. It's mostly just for what's it called? Like loot, I guess. Oh wait, how many? I forgot to add these to my spreadsheet because I'm a nerd. You've seen the solo no-hit NPC? There's been a lot of those going around. I think someone posted they took 4 hits in a hard mode Shatter King fight or the whole. I think it was a King fight. It's 23, right? Wait, did I take a clip of this one thing? It's this? No. Man. My spreadsheet rolled back, and now I don't have the damage number that I had. Okay. Snowgo? No, it was, it's like Lucas something. I think. It started with an L. But it wasn't English, so I'm probably like misremembering. Gotta do it. Nice. I think, like, I really don't want to be doing O3s, but I also do want an escutcheon really badly. Because I want to do more shatters, and escutcheon just kind of makes that fight a lot easier. But yeah, it's a good time right now because O3s are free. I don't have to be like waiting or like clearing a bunch of realms and like having a chance to do it. It's like, oh yeah, you just clear it. I don't know why rune system is even still here. It's so annoying. You'll get white on this rune. I mean, so long as it's not a horn from O3. Because I don't want a horn. It's a good ring, but it doesn't matter to me. Oh, cool. Great. Okay. Oh, please. Oh, no. I actually don't think I've gotten a single wine cellar ink in this entire PPE, which is very tragic. Be Genesis? Oh. Actually, I got an Avarice a little bit ago. But yeah, oh, wait, let me try to remember. What was the damage number I got? Hey, cool. I think that was the... Okay. Also, I will actually be sad if it's Genesis because so I did that one wizard PPE, right? And it's just like I wasn't able to get a Genesis. And then the next season I did a Mystic PPE and I got a Genesis. And then the season after that, I got another Genesis. I was like, why? Like every season past the one wizard one, I've gotten a Genesis. It's like, man. I'll read in a second. I don't want to. Okay. Think they could bring all of the good events back because they realized the game is falling off. Yeah, I don't know why they decided to do a free rune event right now. They didn't have one during like when we expected it, which was the major event. But it's just like, why, what is the point of having a free rune right now? Especially when they open public testing. It's like they're complaining. It's like, oh, no one wants to do testing. It's like, yeah, you just opened a free O3 event. Like, what? Of course, no one's gonna do testing. Like, because your rune system is horrible. It's like, what the fuck? Did something to get better servers and more players? Yeah, honestly, like, yeah. And Syndicate's actually a really good event, tbh. I didn't get the armor, which is the really good one from it, but damn, would that be nice. Yeah, so I don't know. Okay, I don't know if everyone here knows, but like the first time I streamed this night PPE, I had stated that if this night PPE dies before Deca does something productive, as in like fix servers, fix early game or something, like stability issues, right? Things that aren't just like they're doing it to do it sort of thing. Like the realm rework is like fun, but there's nothing inherently wrong with the realms right now. And it's like there's like not really that much incentive, but it's like I don't know, they just like they're, I don't know. And it's like enchantments are another thing too. It's like there's not really any reason for, like, and they did actually go back on having it being seasonal only, because that was a stupid fucking thing. And what's it called? But it's just like, I still don't like, it's just like the power group is just gonna be insane. Vovo, there's no bot in here that tells you the Discord. It's in the description though. Any tips for maxing? Take it slow. You will find that if you're having trouble maxing, there's a chance that you may be trying to rush it, like going into like riskier things or doing things too fast, right? Because like there's some dungeons that are actually kind of dangerous if you go too fast. Like you wouldn't imagine it, but like Abyss of Demons is one of those things where it's like if you try and go too fast, you will just kind of fuck up. Unless you're like extremely experienced, and then you could go fast because of that. But like, it's just like most of the time, it's like pretty dangerous to go fast. So any tips for max, just take your time. Wants to get rid of bots on Mopmeg. Buy Mopmeg, dude. Are you kidding? It's at the rate they're going, they're not even gonna do it. Like, it's just, I am so tired of logging in. I'm so tired of logging in and just playing a mini game of how many bots do I have to ignore before I can like not have my chat be infinitely flooded. It's so stupid. And it's not even like it, like, if this night PPE dies before they do something, it's not even like, oh, we're promising to do this, because like they've said several things and like it's just fallen through. Like, oh yeah, by the way, if you buy this first battle pass and complete it, you will get the battle pass for free. And it's like that fell through on the third one. It's like, god damn it. It's like so stupid. And also, it doesn't look like they're caring about their players, or some of their players, because like O3 changes are just so out of touch with like what should be going on. Ugh. you could buy soulbound pots with fame. Yeah, that would be good. I wish there were more uses for fame outside of like feeding your pet and like buying gear that no one really should be buying. I wish you could buy vault space and character slots with fame, TPH. That would be a really big boost for the overall friendliness of this game. Yeah, bots are gonna come back regardless of how much they're trying, like, which is the really stupid thing. Like it's like, it's very annoying, especially because I guess they're just automating, like bot creation, and so they're trying to automate the bot removal, but at the same time, it's like that's gonna be rough. Hot take: they should hire someone in Deca to sit in Nexus and ban all of the bots. Like, just actively go hunt them. Because there was a time for 2 weeks where someone did that. And it was like, it was bliss. Like, no bots, no tracking. It was actually insane and good. But then, like... but then they might get creative, you know? Like, the people make it... Like, the Realm Baron ones right now. They probably get creative because they can just, like, name the bots after the Realm stock, or not Realm stock, the Realm Eye ones, like the friendly ones that are like really good for the game, but it's like really stupid because then you need to go to like have a database on the like which ones are friendly or not. Oh, US West 3. Okay, so they added a bunch of servers a long time ago, right? So there was like US East 1 through 4, and then US West 1 through 4, and then South 2, South 3, right? But then and then after that change was made, the US East like the first US East became the trading server ever since then, and it's been annoying, but yeah, because that was a realm clearing server, and then now it's just like both, and it's really stupid. But currently the trading server is US East, which is weird. Yeah, EU West is like if US East is like mega full. The person who made the video on how to get rid of bots is to get rid of the bots. Wait, I'm confused. Yeah, silence is the only counter, which is very stupid. So okay, do you know the idea about how like a world too perfect is insanely boring? Like if everything is too perfect, it's insanely bland and boring. And so like the idea is like what makes life interesting is not that everything goes the correct way, but it goes in every which direction. And so it's like, oh yeah, here's this 03 fight, and you can't do the really good stuff like pre-EPing and like getting pre-damage, you know, rewarding good positioning. But also, if you do too bad and you get your counters, you can only get silence. They've just kind of removed the top and bottom of the whole fight, and it's like insane. This fight is now insanely boring, and it's like, god damn it. It's just an explanation. Yeah, that makes sense. Because the bobber, like the person going in and just kicking up a bunch of bots, that happened like a while ago. Stun towers, we were silenced, dude. Wonderful. It's just, goddamn it. You learned that doing a 0-8, yeah. Things are too boring now. I also have no motivation anymore to do this dungeon, which is why I'm just kind of like vibing. Which is why I'm reading chat. Just normally if I'm in an 03, I never read chat. Because it's just like usually it takes up more of my brain power to actually do this dungeon, but now it's just like I just don't want to do it. Like, I will leech this until I die, basically. Because I just don't want to do it. There's no incentive anymore. Meow for red bag. But I don't want a red bag, though. Like, only one top will be good, which is like a Majesty, but even then it's like I could live. Like, I'll live without one. Majesty, yeah, that's a T14 sword. Majesty, that's what I want. That's all I want from this dungeon. I mean, Divinity would be nice, but like I don't need it because I just get some other stuff. Like, in terms of like best in slot, right? It's always like a sword debate. It's like, oh, is it Divinity? Is it Colo? Is it Majesty or the T14 Flail? It's like, yeah, you know, I have options, but like like with shields, it's like, no, it's just best in slot is just discussion. Like, there's no questioning it. It's just stupid. Why not Glad Guard? I don't, like, the speed is nice, but it's like whatever. I already have a DPS option and I already have a 8% fame bonus option, so it's like I'm not that pressed about it. But yeah, it's just Escutcheon is like the one thing that it's like you can't really find a replacement for. I don't know if I want to trust that decoy. I definitely don't want to trust those ones. This is gonna be like the most boring O3 like season ever, because their changes make no sense. Well, they make sense, but they don't make sense at like a engagement level. Because I don't know, it's so boring. It's actually just so boring. Yeah. Okay. So there's I don't know if you guys know, but like, do you know? Like, so Street Fighter is like a really fun game for a lot of people, right? And in Street Fighter 2, there was like this big thing that people did, like specifically for like expression of skill, I guess is the best way to do it, where like you had to be extremely precise, and that made for flashy moments, like in Evo, I think, what moment 37, I think, I don't know, and it was like, oh yeah, this is like a really cool thing that happened because of like how difficult it was, right? And then in like Street Fighter 5, it's like, oh yeah, you can just like get close enough and then you'll be fine. But then it's just like, oh, goddamn, I already have it. It's like, oh yeah, and skill expression is like really high in Street Fighter 2 because of like how tight the windows are and everything. But then if you go to like Street Fighter 5, it's all boring, right? Because it's just like, oh, you can just like do anything. And the idea is like, oh yeah, if everyone can do this, then you will have more hype moments, right? And so what they did with Sea Shield was hold on, I'm gonna show this on like my night, right? Or my other night. And so what they did with Sea Shield is they made it so that Sea Shield no longer gave you the invulnerability, but it did damage, right? So it's like, oh yeah, if you were wearing Sea Shield Deny, now you can do more damage. It's like, that's not the point. The point was two things that were like isolated from one another, but they had great synergy, not both of the items being fused into one item being so stupid. And also watered down. Now it's just, it's like, it's horrible. It's just like, man, it's like so stupid. Okay. What other games do I play than Rotmeg? I play Overwatch, Tetris, Minecraft, and then like some other games here and there, like what's it called? Oh my god, what am I? Like, yeah, like Into the Gungeon, maybe some Borderlands from time to time, but like the main games are not that. Skill ceilings or tech are too, yeah, they're just cool, but it's like, now they just like lowered the skill ceiling and removed tech. It's like, oh my god, this is so stupid. It's like, what? Oh my god, it's just so stupid. Everything you Snake Eye on my night the entire time I exalted it. Yeah, you don't need to, but it's fun. Okay, wait. Deca says they want variety and niche best in slot items, but it takes away the best existing example of it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like upset. Need some more tech. Swapping feels too slow. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Hackers make this game feel worse, and not because it's like, oh yeah, someone has an unfair advantage, but like we just don't have access to things because of hackers, right? So it's like, oh yeah, what if you swap weapons too fast? It's like, oh yeah, then like you're bugging the servers, you're abusing packets, and now you can't do it. So like if I wanted to switch multiple things at the same time, like let's say I wanted to swap to a T15 armor and a Snake Eye ring so that I can be more tanky while running away instead of having a Mercies and just like not speedy option, then I can't do that. So for example, I have 7 bound to tab because that's just like accessible, and then this bound to a mouse button, and this bound to 4. So if I hit tab and 4 at the same time, it only switches 1, right? And then you hear that like kind of sound, right? You can sort of hear, like, I don't know if you can hear my like keyboard. I'm just like spamming those 2 buttons really hard, but you can't do that, and it's insanely slow. And it's like if they fix that, the skill expression in this game goes up like immediately, because like it's now much more viable to carry around swap outs, even for like the most insane players who are just like constantly using swap outs. But keyboard is louder than the error. That makes sense. I think I have my game volume not as high, but it's like, it's just so stupid that like we can't have nice things because people are like hacking. And so it's like, I don't know. Yeah, they made this ninja set as one of the few examples of abilities that have multiple uses, and it you can't just swap them immediately. There's a cooldown, I think. But oh man. Yeah, that was the joke, Sec. A way to buffer 2 item swaps in succession would be hype with simultaneous inputs. Yeah, it would be nice, but we can't have nice things. Man. Imagine input buffering. That would be nice. Input buffering would actually solve a problem too. It would solve this if you look on the top right or top left up here, if I spammed like my ability, it's like, oh, you can't do that for 0.8 seconds or 0.08 seconds, right? But if you had buffering, it would probably solve that, because then it doesn't matter if you're slightly off, it'll buffer. Like, I'd say, like, within, like, a half second would probably be good. Or, like, actually not a half, like, a third of a second. God. I need to play more games. This game had one of the best gimmicks I, like, could ever find in a game. But then they ruined it. They just fucking... man. Is Ultra Kill that one? Hold on. Actually, I'm just gonna look it up. Yeah, Ultra... Yeah, okay. I was thinking about the right thing. Okay. Doom but faster, yeah. I need to email back this person. Yeah, so I've had a problem in the past where my computer will actually just blue screen out of nowhere, and I found out that was because I inserted a capture card into my PCIe slot. But it's like supposed to go there, but yeah, and they're just I've been like emailing back with the support person about it. But yeah, and they apparently found that I needed an update driver for my GPU, but it's weird. It's... Oh god, Super Smash Bros. Melee has great tech. I used to be really good at it, and now I am like washed because I am very rusty. It's... Yeah, I need to play Ultra Kill. I've only heard good things about it. Not that it's setting up an expectation, but it's just like, oh yeah, here's like a lot of gimmicks. I'm like, that's the shit I'm looking for. Yeah. Oh. Man, I don't want to do nests. It's just, damn. The parrying. Like what? Actually, hold on. I can just look up an example. Killing your own shots. You can pop a shotgun blast and parry your own blast to double. Oh, what the fuck? That sounds so cool. Oh man, it did close. I'm crying. That's tragic. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, I'm gonna go hunting. As we just slowly climb our way up the list. It was a bug, but the swag developers put in the game. Yeah. It's always so cool when developers do that, instead of remove things. Like, there's just like a Nintendo interview that happened like a long time ago before one of the like major Zelda games came out, and they're just like, should we patch bugs? And the people were like, no, these are really funny and they're really cool and they add to the gameplay. And they're like, what? It's like, yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, no, sometimes, oh my, what the fuck? I'm probably not gonna get into this one, but wait, where am I? I'm in South 3, okay. Yeah, based developers are cool. Accidentally make a kick attack that granted a stacking speed boost, but instead of patching it, applied the speed boost to damage. That sounds really cool. I love it when game developers do things not intended. Or like get inspired by bugs, I guess is the best way to put that. How many rainbow pots do you get for 1G life nowadays? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. If I ever need pots, I just go farm for it. But in the past, I've usually done 1G life to 2. Because I just have enough G life where I'm just like, yeah, I can just flood the market. But 1 to 3 sounds about right. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the standard. I'm just an asshole, though. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I wasn't gonna get 8 to 1. What the fuck? No way. No way it's 8 to 1. It's like 8 to 1. Yeah, a long time ago it was like 8 to 1, but yeah. Rot meg inflation. I mean, I feel like that's good though. Mostly because it's like that means people are like actually kind of doing what they need to be doing. They're either getting more rainbow that the demand is down, or there's like too much life, and then the players who need life can get them easier. I don't know. I feel like it's a good thing. Seems the best dungeon. I mean, it depends. Depends on what's your stock and how many resources you have to do that. Inflated more than Sonic these days. What the fuck? What are you into? I don't know. I want this. You've seen some shit. I want this game to do well, but yeah. Oh my god, doing research about addiction is so fun. Because I'm still planning on making that how to quit Rome video. Because I'm an asshole. But I also am tired of fighting for... I'm tired of, like, rightly fighting for things, you know? Trying to, like, do things, bring attention to stuff. Alright, see you, butts, and thank you for the luck. I'm tired of just, like, trying to do things the right way, so I'm just gonna go full villain route, you know? I'm fighting for, like, the right thing, but it's like I'm doing it in the most villainous way. Where it's like, I want to see positive changes going on, but at the same time, it's not happening, like, at a rate that's, like, reasonable, so I'm just gonna make a video about how to quit Rome, and it's gonna be, like, I'm gonna make it, like, the best video I've ever made. And just, like, what's it called? I'm gonna make it, like, the best video I've ever made, and it's just, like, it's gonna be so good, and it's like, and the whole, like, point of it is, like, I want to see these changes, but they're not happening, so I'm gonna, like, tank the bottom line. And just like, it's like, oh yeah, you're just bleeding people. And the only way to fix it is like to fix the game instead of adding all this shit that doesn't matter yet. It's just, it'll be good. It'll be good. Oh my god, please. I usually can't quit a game that I am addicted to unless I get distracted by another game. Oh, okay. Fix the game if they could fix the game, they would. I think it's a staffing issue. Okay. So here's my little thing about that. Did I do a pirate cave? Hold on. Yes, I did. Okay. My thing is that, like, if we go on testing right now, and we just kind of like, so like, you know, the thing I was like mentioning about this thing up here, this whole like, oh, you can't do this for this amount of time. Well, that used to just show up in chat, right? And it was like really annoying because you could spam your chat and be like, oh yeah, you missed your ability by like X amount of time, right? But the issue is on testing, it's not up to date, right? And I don't know how much else isn't up to date, but their priorities are like, oh, we gotta finish making this realm update, right? Like the realm rework, then enchantments, and then some like hard mode dungeons, and blah 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 blah, right? But then it's like, oh yeah, but like the code that they're working on is not up to date. Like, I don't know how up to date it is, but it's not up to date. And so like you just keep making bugs because it's like they're not working on the right code, and it's just like every time they add anything, it's not good. So I'm not sure if they are understaffed or their just priorities are in the wrong place, because from what I see, their priorities are just in the wrong place. And it's not like, and even if they are understaffed, they do have funding for that. And it's just like, oh my god, it's just so frustrating just to sit on the sideline and just look at it, because it's actually just horrible. Getting distracted on Geometry Dash. Good meme. College is the best cure for Ratmag addiction, IMO. Leadership was being able to escape through college. Yeah, okay, so if you're like doing stuff, right? If you're keeping yourself like active, that's a pretty good way to like kind of suppress your impulses of wanting to play Realm, right? Like, so if I'm like doing other stuff IRL, like my wanting to play Realm is very low. And so that'll play, yeah, so like the whole like college being a good one, it's like that is just a good thing to do, because it's like not like to go to college, but like having your time being occupied. Yeah. But it always comes back. What? Hold on, I got pinged by something. What the fuck? Crow's Discord, is in the Guild Crows, is they have a Discord and it's very chaotic constantly, and I get pinged from time to time for no reason. It's a good meme. Oh, hi Lectus. Person never quits, they just take longer break. Nah, you could definitely quit. You could definitely quit. Which is why I'm like excited to make this video. Even though I have like a few things on my plate beforehand. I say a few things, I have a lot of things on my plate beforehand. But yeah. Idle hands are the Deca's playground. Oh hey, look who it is. Released my Divine Pet trying to get myself to quit, and I'm literally playing right now. No, like this one. Downfall time, Jonathan. A strong solution for addiction is competing interests. Yeah, that's a good one. And I also found out how people get addicted to things in the first place. It's a good meme. Cause that seeing it being written out has been really good. Thinking about playing today, but also IDK. Don't. Just. And it's also, I also figure the whole white bag thing is a really good way to get addicted to this game. Not a good way, but it's one of the primary ways people get addicted to this game. I don't really give a shit about white bags, but I'm more in it for the skill expression, I guess, is the best thing. But yeah, it's just the baseline stuff. What am I in college for? It's always funny when I get that question, because I always love talking about psychology and brain stuff and stuff like that. And then it's just oh yeah, what do you major in college? It's oh yeah, I major in music. Classical music. It's just what the fuck. But yeah, and so it's crazy. I can draw out what is the mechanism in your brain that gets you addicted to things, because it's a good time. Because learning about it is actually really cool, because then it's not even about just oh, why do people get addicted to drugs and stuff like that, but you can learn a lot about general habits and just why do people do things and stuff like that. Name every song. Prelude 1, Prelude 2, and just start going down the line of just just all the ones that are named Suite for piano. just Ram Ranch. It's a good view. It's the songs that are numbered. That's the, we gotta find out all of those first. Mozart, sicko mode. Oh, Mozart's a composer. Mozart's not a song. Well, there's probably a song called Mozart, if I had to guess. Yeah. I actually I talked with a bunch of I'm buddies with a bunch of realm content creators, like Septruth is one. He comes in here from time to time. It's good time. Afro, he doesn't stop by the streams, but we go in calls from time to time. If we see each other, we just do the Spider-Man point meme, and then we just go into Discord call. It's a good time. And some other players, right? And it's just, oh, someone dragged him out. Let's go. I love it every time someone does someone just does this. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I fucking love it. It's just so stupid. It's just a fucking what was I saying? Oh yeah, but I found an Afro told me something that wow, I feel called out, but it's just a lot of times there's a lot of content creators that just kind of yeah, no, I know, I see them around a lot, but there's a lot of times where there's a Rum creator, and then they make one video outside of Rum that does really well, and then they just stop making Rum videos. So his example is Vars, who made a League video and then just stopped making Rum videos because it did really well. And then there's what's it called? what's his name, Talwar, Precary Box, who made like a Sonic video and they just like stopped making realm content. And it's just like, so basically it's just like, the realm pipeline for content creation is you start with realm, you get good at editing, and then you make one video that pops off really well somewhere else, and then you stop making realm content. And so I'm trying to just like, I've already made another video, right? And it's currently unlisted on YouTube, and my patrons have access to it because I was like, you know, I'm just gonna like have like an early release for them. But then when everyone else gets it, so like when I make it public is when I make a second version, which is not going to be as realm focused. And I found that like by not making it realm focused, I could also go holy water and not holy water, fire water, let's go. I'm gonna make like a second version that's not as realm focused, and I found that I could be doing a lot more with the topic in hand. And so that one, I thought it was only going to take a few more days to like adapt it and things like that, but it's looking like I'm going to have to re-record like a lot of stuff, or not like voice lines, and then just like re-edit everything. And so I'm doing that first before that comes out. And so it was like, I think I put like 12 days ago, maybe like almost 2 weeks that it's been out for my patrons, but it's like it should have been like maybe 4 days is the downtime. But it turns out it's going to be a lot longer. Not a lot longer, but it is going to be longer. Oh, please tell me there's another night. Okay. Cool, great. But yeah, okay, back to chat. Decided on specialization or still feeling things out? I sort of feeling things out. I either know it's going to be tuber performance or like tuber performance, tuber education, or like, well, those kind of go hand in hand, or like conducting. Like you know, waving a stick around. Got insta by someone dragging O2 during chase phase once and hit him stepping on. Yeah. Everyone in realm wants to get out of realm. Yeah, that's what I feel like is like the pipeline. Leak? No. I don't want to leak because I want to, like, I am proud of that video because I kind of like went in an editing style that is much different than the one I normally do, and I'm actually kind of proud of it. It took a lot of work, but yeah, it's like I did really shit animations inside of like my not Movie Maker, video editor. It's not Movie Maker anymore, at least. I actually started out making videos for Movie Maker, but it was like I was just putting music behind things. It was like horrible. It also compressed the video whenever you exported it. And so when I actually started using a video editor, it was actually a lot better. But it's still really funny to think about the fact that I genuinely used Movie Maker because I had nothing else. It was so stupid. But yeah, the sentiment of everyone who makes realm content doesn't actually want to make realm content is, it rings true for a lot of people, but I don't know. I feel like Seb is like one consistent though. Terrible news, you're opening realm. No, don't do it. Don't no. But Seb has been a really good constant for realm. I feel like he's very healthy for the game. Do you know who is making realm content? I don't think he primarily makes realm content, but he doesn't only make realm content. But I feel like it's like, in terms of realm content, it's like an overall net neutral to net negative. It's like BB Smooth. Which I don't know if any of you are BB Smooth fans, but it's like he preaches things that are like, why? Like, my biggest example of that is like he has this like O3 short, or Celestial short on YouTube, and it's like, oh, how to do Celestial. It's like, okay, what you want to do is you want to go to the left side of the room and you want to do the wiggle, and it's just like him doing like the strategy that was found out like day 2 of O3, not day 2, but like very very early in O3's life cycle. And it's like, dude, Celestial, like the meta for Celestial has evolved so much, why are you still doing this? And it's just like, it's like, oh my god, it's like it's like, oh yes, let's go backwards to like it's like, oh my god. So I don't know if any of you are BB Smooth fans, but I don't think he's healthy for the game. It's like, it's good for publicity, but it's like overall, it's just like, I don't know. I don't think he's good for the player base. But yeah, I don't know if there's like any of you who are just like BB Smooth fans in and out, but it's just like I don't know. It's like, it's very weird. Much better ways of doing things. Oh my god. Man, I love standing still. People actually pay attention to what most ROM streamers actually say. They just watch for free looks. Yeah, yeah. That's like, I don't know. That's like, there's this whole meta when 03, or like a couple months after 03 came out. And it was just like the streamer meta, where the way you get a lot of views from Twitch is like you just host 03s 24/7. And then what ends up happening is people just come to your stream. And then eventually you get enough people that you can get like Twitch affiliate and shit like that, and get like money. You can monetize yourself from doing 03s, which is, I think, is like the cheapest way to do it, and it's like no scummy. But you know, whatever works, I guess. Some people stick around, a lot of people don't. There's some people who do what's it called? They did like a lot of like exaltation dungeons and like shatters and stuff like that. And some people partner with discords, which is weird. I think someone tried to ask me if I would partner with them, and I was like, no. Just because it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't know, there's like, I don't feel like there's a point. Like, if there's a need for it, people are gonna go to you, right? Well, not like a need, but if there's like a desire for it, right? So if there's like a desire to do a bunch of like shatters, right? It's like, oh, people make a shatter discord, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, right? And then it's like, oh yeah, there's like a want for like content creation and stuff like that, and here people like me are. Hold on, I will read chat after I look at this coin. No way, it's left. Okay, hold on. Love Zero. Love it. I love this is guaranteed loot. Would you also argue that if everyone is consistent with one meta, it's overall healthy for the game? No. But also withholding knowledge is unhealthy. I think withholding knowledge is unhealthy. And you can see this in like the speedrun community, or like any speedrun community, where no one really like, if it's like a healthy scene, no one really hides anything from anyone. Because if you don't hide things, then you can promote like more competitive things, because if everyone knows things, then it just goes down to the player. So I think, yeah, withholding information from people is definitely not really that healthy. Oh my god, what? So yeah, which is why there's like, like I just, tits are tired. Which is why I'm just like, I like am fine with making guides for certain things. It's like, oh yeah, like I'm known for like doing all these seashell things, but I don't want to like gatekeep that, right? So I'm just gonna educate people about it. Then it's like fine, but yeah, I also feel like I don't know. There's also there's people who like definitely do some crazy things, and I've like berated them with tons of questions, and it's been good. But yeah, hold on. I'll read in a second. But there's also for the first part of that question, for the, do you think if everyone is if everyone was consistent with like one meta, would it be healthy? It's like, I also think no. That was like, I very strongly gave that answer initially, and I'm kind of gonna stick to it because you know, in games like Overwatch is like a really good example where like the game kind of goes in and out of metas, and although like there's no such thing as like you can just kind of exist the whole time playing one hero and you'll be fine for like basically 100% of the time. In terms of a general player base, it is way more interesting if the meta doesn't stay consistent. And because the meta doesn't stay consistent that much, there are players who specialize in all sorts of things, and I feel like that is really good and healthy for the game. Because then you do have like specialists. Oh, that's the wrong button. You do have like specialists, and it is like really good. Because even if it's like out of meta and stuff like that, it's like, oh my god, it's like healthy. Because everyone was doing the same thing, it'd be very boring, right? Like that example I said earlier about like if everything was perfect, it'd be boring. And it's like, yeah, if everyone was doing the same things, it'd be very, very boring, right? So I think promoting variety is really good, which is why I don't like these O3 changes as much, like fundamentally. And it's like why I don't like the fact that they nerfed the most gimmicky thing in this game and the most niche thing. It's because it was like, it promoted variety. Oh, I thought someone Nexus, they were just lagging. Oh my god. These O3 changes suck. No, I'll read in a second. But yeah, if you are looking at the O3... Oh, no, end rep! No! No. The dream, it's dead. Oh, the fuck. Moment. Is Tit running something good? Okay. I was like, what's my chances of getting top damage? Even though I'm just kind of running away right now. Because this dungeon has no incentive. Yes, it is a PPE. Hi, Cream. Ow. I should lock Tit. I haven't done that. But he's aside of me all the time. Like when he sees me around. Nice. Okay. Just slingshot it away while we deal with towers. Oh, okay, bye. Thought he was gonna chase me there, man. Okay. Yeah, let's just send you away. When in low runs, you can actually slingshot. It's like, oh my god, this is slingshotting is one of the biggest skill expression things in this dungeon, and it never happens in big runs, unless you're like constantly on top of him. Yeah, like slingshotting there, right? Very good skill expression. Yeah, rip yourself, yo. It's just like, oh yeah, you know, you kind of make distance. Love tit, yeah. Is Knight my favorite? Yes. It would be like completely out of the league if it like if Sea Shield never got nerfed, but yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, towers are coming up. Not good. Controls. I found that if I used Bastion, I don't go into combat when in control shots. It's really funny. Okay, don't die. Honestly, I just want more Celestials. Yeah, I don't want to reset controls. Hooray for not going in combat because Bastion is a good shield. Okay, he's chasing on right side, so I can go left. Good, 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 good. Panic and scream. Slingshot towards the middle. Let's go. Oh, towers! Fuck! Oh my god. See, like, oh yeah, look at me going in actually, and then it's like, oh yes, you get punished because of timing. It's like, fuck. Ooh, this is good. Because we just had heavens. But also, I don't want to follow that because that pets these portals are actually like the worst. Okay. Go stun him. Oh, for real. Oh man, it's like, god damn it. Of course I get things I don't need. Okay, hold on. I have to add that to my funny thing. Yeah, white bag, 100%. I have to update my spreadsheet. It's a good meme. Can you believe I've gotten 9 craniums? Wild. Forgot to clip your death. That was during Celestial, I think. Okay, wait. I said when I couldn't pre-EP anymore, I was just getting quite good at it. Yeah, pre-EPing is really good. I think that my content on Realm is most healthy content out there. GG. So what do you mean by the example of 3? I forgot what I was saying. I think that was the topic of being too bland. Actually, I could do that. Or like too not too high, not too low. Everything's just quite in the middle and it's boring. I mean, opinions on Moonlight. I don't know. You do it a few times, you kind of get the hang, or like not the hang of it. Like after you like complete it a few times, it's just like, oh, it's the same thing, kind of in and out. But it's, I don't know. I swear every content creator's favorite is Night except Such Truth. I don't know. I mean, I've been a Night stan for like forever, like before Exaltations came out. So I don't know. Night is just really good. Slingshot is what? Oh, slingshotting is so okay. So there's an idea called TP resetting, where if you stand on orcs, he'll like TP on top of you. So like after Celestial, he'll TP before each phase. And actually, let me see if I can. Let me get into a thing. It's 30. Let's just keep going up the list. Okay. Oh, hey, look! I get to play my favorite minigame, which is mute bots. Okay. Looking now. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Sumakat. Okay, we go east too. We try our best. Okay, I can show you what slingshotting is. As I just hop into place. 15. Okay, we'll try the other one first. Oh, no, fuck. Oh. Okay. EU? Maybe, perhaps. Okay, we'll try this. Okay, so here's what slingshotting is. And we can use the example from the run we just did. So slingshotting is the idea of forcibly TPing orcs to a favorable location. So every phase he will TP towards the closest person. It's like it's a little bit more complex than towards it. It's in the direction of the closest person. So you can what's it called? So what basically you can do is you can stand on orcs before he does this TP thing. So like in this case, right, like he's coming down here and he's getting ready to do a new phase, which in this case is Splendor, which you need to be in the open to get a lot of value off of. And so what I do is I position myself between the place that I want him to be and orcs. And so that forces him to go from here all the way over, like directly over me, right? And so now the benefit of slingshotting is now we have a phase that is in a good spot, right? And so now it's just like, okay, cool, we can just, and then towers came up. It's like, oh, fuck, of course, right? But so that's the general concept of slingshotting. And so it's beneficial for just like everyone. And you almost never get to do this in larger runs, because then you have like a trickster who's constantly having a decoy up, and then it's like it's not always going to be in the same, like in a very good spot for everyone. Or you have people who are just like, oh my god, I know how to TP reset, I'm going to TP reset everything, even though it's not always the best thing to do, right? So like there was a moment later in this run where he started doing controls. Or was it before or after? I guess it was before. Oh yeah, here. So like he started doing controls, and the middle of the room is really safe. It's safe because there is no like lightning. Like actual light, like that lightning that you saw was him TPing. That's his animation. But like, yeah, you see this, like the lightning indicators. There's nothing in the middle of the room. So technically, even if there is heavens, you can almost always TP reset everything. But it's not always like the best thing to do, right? Because controls, it's this big area denial thing. So if you keep TP resetting it, then the whole arena is like really annoying to live in. But if you don't TP reset it and he just goes anywhere, then it's just like like the rest of the arena is safe. Like, so you see these like little weakened shots over here, right? But they're like, they only go into the middle of the room, but they don't go into the bottom half of the room because he got slingshot to the top right. And it's like, yeah, so like you never get to see that in big runs because people will constantly be TP resetting everything for no reason at all. And so yeah, that's that's what slingshotting is, and that's why it's beneficial, and why I was excited when there were only like 7 people in the run. It's because you can actually TP reset or TP like slingshot properly. PhD in Realm. No, please no, not this. It's a fate worse than death. Not joking. I mean, you do learn a lot in due time. Oh man, okay, whatever. Where to this one? Okay, oh fuck. My chat just updated. Okay, wait. Swear every content creator is favorite night. Oh yeah, no, I read that. Haven't played a single second of seasonal or rot meg for a few weeks because of exams, except for getting dailies. That's fair. Honestly, I would enjoy your time away from this game. It's my best advice. Definitely not biased, but as a tricks player, it'd be cool to see you play that sometime. My second favorite class is trickster, unironically. My favorite's knight, and I did everything for knight beforehand, right? So I exalted all the heavy armors like really fast, but I exalted knight. I went halfway exalting warrior and paladin because I exalted both at the same time, and then I stopped exalting those, and then I fully exalted trickster before I went back to the melees because trickster is just actually really fun, and which is why I kind of like made a Lost Halls rushing video because like it's just so fun, and also trickster is just overpowered. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah. Yeah, you are enjoying it on the 5th and 7th. Ooh, those are soon. Yeah, trickster is very fun. Yeah, I can teach you how to decoy so fast. Oh my god. It's way more intuitive than people think. And like people think so many different things about trickster decoying, but it's really easy to do. It's intuitive after you just like it gets pointed out. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Play roaming for a character, then take a break for a month due to my annoyance at dying. Yeah, so true. Oh my god, what does my chat keep updating? I was enjoying Petless PPE 03 this event. That sounds fun. More of a challenge. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Unknowingly, constantly TP resetting. Good to know. Yeah. Just TP resetting all the time isn't always the best thing to do, though. What in the world is decoying hard? Decoying hard? Like everything, I guess. You only play trickster, so yeah. Nah, even okay. Even if you oh my god. I'm on USEs too. Or no, I'm on US. Oh shit. I forgot that I swapped to that one. Good meme. Tier prisms are honestly super underrated. Yeah, tier ones are really good. Bruh. I don't think I do. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go back to US. I don't even know. Actually, I'm gonna go walk around, like hunt, I guess. Oh wait. I can show. Okay, no, let me go into the next server and then I can show this. Yeah, you should never decoy with coin. Like never use it as your main one. It's like not consistent as a like a proper decoy. Where's my trickster? It's alright. There it is. Okay. I haven't actually played trickster for a while, but I have like funny color coordinates. Okay, so look. Let me go over here. Okay. So the way you decoy, right, is the two things that are dependent on it is your position beforehand and the direction you're going. Like what the server sees is where you're going, right? So if I walked up and TP'd behind me, right, it goes up, right? And so the thing is, I can also TP up here. Oops. So, okay, wait, am I on? Okay, so this is also lag dependent because the server has to see where you're going, right? Which is really stupid. So if I like walk left and start walking right and then like try and do that, I flicked over, but the server was still seeing that I was walking left. So the decoy went left. So if I walked up here and then TP'd up, the decoy went up still, but the TP is like an independent thing from the decoy direction. So if you wanted to decoy really precisely, right, you could just learn the distance and then like camera rotate yourself over and then you'd be fine. And that's how you decoy with like the standard ones. There's like prism, right, where it sends two. If you just stand still and use them, it looks like these decoys go in like any direction, right? Some weird angles, like these two went. What? That's the first time that's happened when they went in like the same direction, for me. But the way you actually do it, you prism, is it's the same thing as using like a tiered one where you like walk up and it'll do that one, but it'll send one in front and behind you. And it's like really consistent unless you're standing still. So in cases like in Colts where I have to decoy like the two dots, I'll just do this. Do I know where the hot spring is? Yeah, you just kind of like walk into the wall and you... Yeah, funny hot spring. Yeah, and so yeah, I don't know. There is the... I don't know if I have a... let me check to see if I have a funny red prism. Speaking of situational prisms, I really want to find a use for the Orcs prism. Yeah, okay, hold on. Do I have one? No, okay. So effectively what the Orcs prism is you don't TP and it'll send one behind you. So if I was walking up and it sent down, it'll only do the down one. So the Orcs prism, if you want to decoy safely while constantly doing damage, you walk backwards, you send one up, and then you just do more damage. That's basically the usage of it. Yeah, so That's how the Orc's Prism should be used. Is if you want uptime on your abilities, but you also have to do some other stuff. Is that 180 degrees instead of forward? Yeah. Ooh, you didn't, Cream, you didn't know about that? What the fuck, dude? I think they were going in a different direction, got stuck on fake wall. Nah, it's pretty consistent. But yeah. It also gives 10 attack on you. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's best in slot because if for damage, because coin gives you 8 stats, and you kind of like it kind of like does 50-50. So I don't know. It's debatable. Yeah, doing backwards is definitely safe, but it's also just an easy thing to like TP behind yourself over and over again. Like if I'm ever doing this, I'll just like quickly do that behind me, and then I have a longer decoy, and it's like fine. But yeah. Okay, I have to unlog that on Romai, because on Romai, my only alive character right now that I have logged is my knight. Only orc statue in the vault. I mean, there's also okay, hold on. I guess we're doing this real quick. Down here on this waterfall, you can go down, and then there's this little garden. I don't actually, this looked very cryptic. I don't know what it is, but there's this secret like shrine over here. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's really cool. But yeah. I can't remember. No, I'm thinking of the winter one where there's stuff on the side here. I don't think, yeah, this one is just a waterfall. There's nothing down there. Also, with the new enchantments, do you think attack buff is better than dex buff? Yeah, it just depends. You just kind of buff the bottom one. Never knew about this one. You know, hot spring and the orc statue, but this one's cool. Yeah, it's really peaceful. If you've ever got some random time lying around, you should just like teleport around with trickster, see what you can find. Like there's stuff everywhere. Like their nexuses are like really fun to like kind of visit, because there's like just so much going on. There was a there was a time where they bugged the map for a little bit. They bugged the map for a little bit, so like the whole thing around was like purple, but the path here was still black. So it was so funny because you could find it really easily. But the way you find this is you go out on the top side, you hug the left wall. There's a really big stretch of land where it's just like flat, and you look for the first one that is like a notch up, and then you just hug the wall and then hold into it, and you can go in. Don't mind putting more work into the... Well, the thing is, the Nexus is not the same as their development team. It's like their map designs and stuff like that. That's a different team. Or at least different person. Making out testing? No, I mean... Rip Secret and Shatters, yeah, for real. The happy face. The enchantments aren't out of testing yet, but... I think it's getting close. But yeah. Okay, yeah. Lexus, what is your question? Ooh. Oh. Wouldn't attack be technically better better than dex because of defense? I've always thought it would be, but I'm wrong. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, it's weird. It's mostly because the two stats kind of just complement each other. I mean, attack does scale better with defense, but in terms of raw output, it's like I don't know. For like the player, it matters more that they're more even. I mean, if you have like 1,000 attack and like not that much dexterity, you'll be doing way more. But it's like, or way more than like a lot of dexterity and a low amount of attack. So like yes, but in terms of like overall gameplay, it will feel more fluid and overall even out if they are equal. But yeah. I mean, okay. I don't know. I'm trying to like think of a way to explain this. Like your attack could be like seen as like your raw damage, but then your dexterity is how much of that raw damage you do. You should do the Wordle for today while you wait for. I've never done a Wordle. It's just one of those things that I've never got into. Tech hires the whole DPS output, but Dex increases even more on 0 slow depth. Fire. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know this. I've seen people try and do the Rotmech Whirl, but yeah, actually Tenchi, that's actually a really good way to put it. So where attack increases the whole thing. But then Dex does the thing. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna do it. I like looked it up and then it's like, never mind. Just noped out of there. Oh my god. Okay, actually, I need to run to the bathroom really quickly while I'm here. Whoa, Chad, I'm in. God, every time I see DM, I think it's like an actual human, and it's like, oh, here's a realm bot. It's like, fuck. The worst timeline. I hate bots. They need to be removed. They should hire someone to just sit in Nexus and remove them. I figured that was gonna be what immediately happened. Man. Dang. Okay, wait. Is there still? No. Dang. Whoever killed this. Oh wait, there's double chests. Let's go. They go away, by the way, when you take all the items. It's a good meme. I mean, they kind of they should is the thing. Like, they just go against TOS. Yeah, just open the game and play good. Oh, do you know they had like a server event and it was like, hey, you should make patch note like fake patch notes that show effort and stuff like that. And then it's just like, what if you just made one where it was like you just like compiled a bunch of like the realm stock and realm baron messages and you just put them in a patch note. There's like, yes, this is my entry. Look at you. But yeah, I mean, realm stock and realm baron does go against Deca's TOS, but at the same time, it makes them money in the long run, so they'd feel like they're not going to. Because more players are going to be invested in the game, and they're spending, like, it's just so stupid. Even if they don't immediately spend money, like, directly to Deca, they're still being a statistic that they can use, and it's stupid. So it's just stupid. More entertaining than the actual game. I don't know about that much, but it is nice to not have that many bots. Yeah, defense. So in every single PPE that I've done, except for like really like I guess heavy classes, I will literally farm sprite worlds and abysses for my defense outside of like going into sewers, because I wanted the stuff, but also I wanted like the loot, and it was just like good. It was like a good byproduct for farming air defense. Yeah, they need to get rid of bots. It's so annoying. Old 2 rush? Yeah, it was pretty fun. Lots of the older dungeons were really fun to rush because they were like really wacky. Like the Abyss one was really funny because like best in slot for rushing was Void Blade. You would in the old Void Blade where you would just like the shot would be stationary afterwards. Whenever this PPE dies, I hope it's to some stupid bug. Because that would be really stupid. Fake patch notes, we were banning bots, yeah. Yeah, because then it just like, that would just prove my point. That's the whole reason why this PPE exists is to prove a point. It's just like the game's like, it could be better. Like they're adding all this cool stuff and it's like great, but it just feels not great at the end of it. Like it feels better than Flash, but damn, it just doesn't, it's not going far. They could do better. Do they still add the remove Terrabrand in patch notes? Also, 120 drops in a few days, I found out. Like 4 days or something, like 5 or 4 days. The buggiest class, so like Summoner or Kensei probably then. Man, no fun, Microsoft. Oh, I had oh my god, so I joined a marching band, and my shoulder is sore once again. But I kept doing some random stuff to the music, like dropping the octave and just doing some funny stuff. And what's it called? Do I want to do the shrine? Oh, it's close to dead. Of course I want to do the shrine. And the rest of the sousaphones, they were just like, yeah, so long as no one says no to you, you can do it. And so we kept doing like really funny things, and then like after like a few days of it, they were just like, is someone doing this? No, don't do that. I was like, oh, that's the fun ruined. Fun gone. But okay, hold on. Summoner bug? I'm not sure if there's currently a bug out there. It's just historically those two classes have been like the buggiest. What instrument do I play? I played tuba. Can't control summon sometimes. Man, that sounds about right. Why am I doing it? What am I doing in here? Yeah. What the only like upsetting part is like there's not really like I play C tuba, so like a tuba that's pitched in C instead of the regular one in the States. With being B flat, and so like a lot of sousaphones are pitched in B flat, and so I basically have to jump through like just hoops in my brain to know how to play the instrument. It's so stupid, but it's like fine. If you were to make a class with whatever combination of items, what would it be? Like sap, scepter, and heavy. Wave, crest, concertina. If I had to pick, I mean, staff and heavy is a really good combo because you take both benefits of the classes, being like one really good damage in range with the staff, and then like really tanky with the armor. So that's really good. I would probably pick shield or prism. Probably shield though, because shields are good, and then rings are rings. Yeah, TPs are really nice, and also DQ. Yeah, actually, no. I think I would actually do decoys actually over shields, because if I did staff, decoys like prisms, and then heavy armor, I would have enough range and survivability that if things got close to me, that wouldn't really matter. But I could still decoy things, and then because things are decoyed, I can just blast them with staves or staves, and then rings are rings. But that sounds like the best timeline if I had a class like that, because then it's just broken aspects of a ton of abilities or a ton of things. And also staffs are just fun to play, I'm gonna be honest. But a staff user with heavy then really short range abilities would be cool. Yeah, decoys are busted. I just don't like the developer who's making all the balance changes with items, because he's very biased. I was like, wait, this is bad game design. Like C-Shield. It's like, oh, C-Shield's bad game design. But it's like, it was so cool. It was healthy. It's like, no. And it's like, not everyone was doing it too. Like, man. Sword heavy. Class, focus, temper, invulnerability, and days. Like a knuckle, but yeah, that sounds cool. No, if you know how to decoy, it's surprising how often you can decoy things. They need more people who at least have input on the team. Yeah. It's so stupid that it's one person. It's like literally just Distratics. It's like, man, why? Yeah. But that's the thing, it's like the beauty of it was like the beauty of this class having a ton of classes is that like they fill different roles, right? So like, oh, Knight can stun all these things. Oh, Trickster can decoy these things. Oh, Warrior and Paladin gives you pretty like good buffs that you can use everywhere, and Bard too. Of course they wouldn't let you do that. Yeah, that makes sense. It would only make sense. It would only make sense. Class with 2 abilities. Which abilities would you put together? Like, just flat out, they just could use 2 different abilities, like equipped abilities. I'd say, I think Knight and Warrior would be good. Because Prism and Spell would also be really strong. But I feel like if I wanted to have the most fun, I would just be speedy constantly and just run around with shields, because that sounds like a lot of fun. But then I could also have orbs if my whole goal is for speedy, because then I could wear conflict for speedy and then have the access to stasis as well. I don't know. Prism of Dire Instability. That's a good move. I hate that when it doesn't do it. It does so little for how much mana it costs per use. Like if it costed less mana, it'd be so good. But you know, we just get fireworks. Actually, just get 2 Oreos is like ulti. Yeah, if only. Oh wait, I should be stunning. Oh. Wow. Crazy. Not that I need it, but. Aw, dude, no, you don't need to tap strafe on Nightfalls, you can just walk through them. I actually like being speedy and really fast in Nightfalls because you have to do less of the backwards tapping, so long as you space yourself correctly. It's actually really insane. That was back then, wasn't good at Dama. You need to go study. Oh yeah, you got exams in like 2 days. Alright, see you, Kareem. Thank you for stopping by. Kids is so fun for Nightfalls 8. Just go through everything. I actually, even in regular Nightfalls, I'll walk. There's one pattern that I walk through. But yeah, it's like a. The pattern is like, if you were to imagine with me, right? Like if the bounds were between this point and like this point, right? Like this section, it was like here to here, space here, and then the next one was the opposite, so the space is on the other side. And then the following 2 are on the right side, with like 1 extra one on the last one on this side. So what I do is I just walk through the second wall and I just like line up with the 3 other safe spots. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, fun fact about Dama walls, there's only 4 patterns that you can get, but there's only 3 knife walls. like that actually spawn during the phase. So you roll 3 out of the 4 patterns, except it's like they're all 4 walls each except for the last one. And the last one is just any of the 4 patterns just cut off at the last one, so it doesn't have the 4th wall. So if you ever needed to memorize them, or like had a reason to memorize them, that's it. It's just you just can memorize them. Yeah, actually, when we had that testing session for Kensei, what's it called? For when Kensei was on testing for the first time, I just recognized that shit would be broken for disabling shots. And so people are like, oh, what is disabling shots? So old C shield, right? You got the invulnerability. What I found out you could do, like, let's say you did controls in 03, like all the weakened shots everywhere, right? They all originate on Oryx, so you could C shield and stand on him while all of the shots are coming out. Then afterwards, nothing matters because you've already hit the shot. Like, you can't get hit by multiple shots at the same time. So if you're invulnerable while you got hit, you would effectively disable the shot entirely. And so when Kensei came out, I was like, this is going to be really broken because Kensei goes invulnerable. Like, he goes like intangible, but he goes invulnerable. And so if you dashed over shots, you would effectively deactivate the shot and you could never get hit by it again. So I found that out because I was like thinking about it, and then I put into practice while trying to rush with Kensei because I was definitely dashing through petrify shots and getting completely unpunished because like I just wouldn't get hit again. And it's actually just insane. And so you can do that in shatters too, like for big or like the carousel phases. All of the shots originate from the same place at the same time, so you can dash through it when those shots are coming out and effectively just ignore the carousels entirely. You can do the same thing with Oreo too, but it's a bit more risky for timing because you have 2 seconds. 2 seconds to pull it off. But yeah, so if you ever wanted to learn how to cheese that part of the fight, that's how you do it. You get something and go invulnerable and just deactivate all the shots instantly. You could not do it on C Shield, I don't think, because it quieted you when you got on the crystal. I just like bit my tongue in the middle of that sentence. Good meme. Cool, blue bag. Also, I think, what time is it? It's like 3. I think after this is 3, I might stop streaming, go eat food, and do some other things because realm tolerance is much lower than it used to be. But, you know, who knows? Maybe I could get a shiny divinity. Funny vortex plating Cooper. Vortex plating is so funny. Also, MP pots are underpowered, or overpowered, underrated is what I meant to say. Move up. Yeah, vortex plating is funny big damage. I mean, more people don't use it because it's only really good when you're sitting on things or have the ability to sit on things. But buckler kind of go brr. But yeah, also idle damage is really nice. Yeah, because you can just kind of like, I'll put it there and then, oh, he walked into it. I got like a few bits of damage, you know. Nice. Okay, I don't want to do that face. So these are consistent. These meteor trap patterns. It's different between exalted and non-exalted, but they are consistent. So. Way easier? I don't know. I think that I think pre-exalted is easier, but that's just like preference thing. They both fundamentally act the same, but yeah. Oh wait, he's dead. I also don't like going in for Exalted Cosmos. It's just there's a lot going on in the arena, so I'm just like... Oh. The decoy head. Rip vortex plating stack. Oh, another decoy that I see. Boop. I think I need to be like 90 degrees ahead for that. Yeah. The fact that I remember that is really stupid. I think here, maybe? No. I'll read that in a second. I saw a VIT thing. Theory crafting VIT. I don't want to go in. Does bleeding scale with VIT? That sounds really stupid if it does. Hey, let's go. We're not in heavens yet, so... Oh, I got silent. I should have avoided that so I could buckler here. My bad. Oh. I like heard the thing die and I was like, what? Let me just kill him. Trade my fellow James. Blue bag, min pot, so let's go. Woo! It zeros vit according to realm my. What? Dude, fix sex? No way. Yeah. Vit gives 5 secs per second. Man. Homie's going at it. Give me, okay. I'm gonna open this. Dang. I'm leaving the life and mana. Anyways. Oh, that was another 03 that I have to add to my spreadsheet. Oh wait, what am I, wait, what is this at, 25? 26? 26. Okay, I think, yeah, I said I would stop streaming because I'm getting hungry and also bored of Realm. So let me claim these things. Oh wait, ooh, I got a skin. I have to refresh the area because it's stupid. Okay, let me yoink. Trap that. Cool. Anyways, okay. Oh wait. Haha, I did this fast enough. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stop streaming. I'll see you guys at some other time. Thank you for stopping by. It is always nice to talk with people in stream. Okay. Goodbye. Bye bye. See you.